Hello, I'm Richard from MTCS, and today I'd like to talk to you about competence. Firstly, I'd like to define what competence is. Now, there's many definitions for competence, but we like to say that it's the ability to carry out a task safely, efficiently, and in accordance with company procedures and perhaps standards where applicable. Now, there's three ingredients to competence, at least that's what we say at MTCS, and they are knowledge, skills, and experience. So let's look at those three ingredients in a little bit more detail. So knowledge, what do we mean by knowledge? Well, it's actually having an understanding of the underlying concepts and perhaps theories behind the actual task that you're carrying out. So for example, if you were operating a piece of equipment, and say that equipment developed a fault. Well, in order to fix it, you would need to have a knowledge of some of the theoretical concepts. It could be electrical principles. It could be mechanical, hydraulic principles, for example. So knowledge is one of the ingredients in competence. The second one is skills. And skills is the ability to actually do a job or perform a task. It could be performing a task, or it could be actually making something, and we call that the product. It could also perhaps be writing a report, but it's the skills to actually do that. The third ingredient is experience, and this is probably or arguably the most important ingredient in competence. So how do we define experience? Well, it's a little bit tricky, but if we think about how we measure experience, we talk about somebody's length of time in the industry, or in industry, for example. So it could be measured in hours, it could be measured in days, it could be measured in years. And during that time, they build their experience, and they're experiencing different events. So for example, they're operating equipment in different environments. They may be presented with a range of different fault conditions on that equipment. So over a period of time, they build up their experience. And as we said, it's probably the most important ingredients. And as you know, when anybody sort of wants to clarify what their experience is, they use a CV. A little bit of a dubious document sometimes, the CV, because it can, it's open to or subject to being falsified in some cases. So when we're assessing competence, we have to be very careful how we measure experience. So that's essentially the ingredients of competence then, or the definition of competence. It's having knowledge, skills, and experience in a particular activity. I hope that's been of help to you, that video, and if you do have any questions from MTCS, you can contact us via our website, or you can email us directly, and we look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thank you.